Hello, today I'm showing you how to incorporate your business mapping into the Flexera SaaS One Management. So what does this mean? This means getting your business organization visibility into your SaaS application usage within the Flexera One SaaS Management product. So the first step to this is adding your data to the system. To do this, come to administration, and then come to SaaS connectors. This gives us all the possible current options that we have for connectors that we can be added as of current. As we can see from here as well, we have alternatives of seeing which ones you have already been added by going to this added tab. And as we can see here, this gives us an insight of when they were last imported, if there's any issues with importing from them, and if there's a schedule on when these are run. So what happens once you have your connector set up and run? You can come to the SaaS tab, and then at the top we can see Flexera One SaaS Management. If we come to the home screen, we get a nice visibility of their ingestion over time for our SaaS visibility. Once we have visibility as of such, we can see each one is color coded in a nice little blob. As we can see here, we have Microsoft has increased over time as we added more users and different aspects. This can be down to activity, users, as well as other renewal factors that can come into cost and where you could have potential savings in different aspects. As we can see here, we have a nice little widget that shows us potential savings. In our case, we have 2.5 million in this example. As we go into this will give a bit more clarification on what this means, as we can see in the sense of how much we have total cost, how many we have active, how many are inactive, and how many are unsigned or no activity. In the sense, if there's no activity, not assigned, there's potential areas where you are overspending a number of quantity and you might be able to reduce this. If there is no users using the application, then you might be paying for a SaaS application that's not needed anymore. And this can happen as the company grows or shrinks or maybe adapts to using a new product over time. So, as we can see here, we get a nice little insight into all of our subscriptions. And if you click onto these, you can have a further insight into how the subscription goes, where there's potential savings, and insight into how the applications are used or maybe not used over time. And there it is. As we can see here, clicking on activity, in this case, we don't have any activity because it's not monitored. But in other cases, such as Adobe, you might see key factors and key areas where you could be saving potential savings. For example, if we come into it, Acrobat Pro, we can see there's no activity, but then one user has one activity for a month ago, meaning a number of these users might not use this applications. Therefore, if you're paying for a subscription license for this, you might be able to save some cost on this, which is a key areas to just manage and have visibility to your business organization. So one of the additional key things that is great to have is using a system called custom fields. As we can see, if you come to administration, custom fields, this is where our custom fields are set. In this case, we have price category set up for users by default in our current test, but you can add more. For example, if you wish to add in your organization node as a custom field, you can assign different users to organizations, giving you a bit more filtering control of how you want to view your data. For example, you want to only see the users of the engineering team. Do they use Adobe Pro, for example, or Acrobat Pro? If there's no activity, then you might be giving a whole department potential lot of subscriptions and licenses for an application they do not require, and you have potential savings. So, for example, if we come back to the SaaS, but then go to the users, and we can see there are price categories at the end there, and then by default added to the end. In this case, I don't think we have any examples to show further into this, but in this case, as we can go back to here and confirm, this is a text-based, meaning you can type in any sort of value or wording as you wish to do so. For example, you could do HR, engineering, IT, if you want to do a company of business mapping to give you control into different sections and areas of your company and allowing you to have a bit more control of your data. So by using all of these sort of aspects, this gives you the visibility into your company based off your subscriptions through the connectors themselves, but then you can have a bit more control and filtering down by adding custom fields to users and then letting you use the users to be able to filter down further into which aspects and companies might be overspending, underspending, and have potential savings and further control of how your subscriptions are used when it comes to renewals and it comes to deciding to keep the application or remove it. I hope this has been insightful. I thank you for your time and have a great day.